Hi, my name's Charlotte and I'm a first year trainee at Staffordshire University studying clinical psychology. I remember always feeling interested in the subject of psychology, always being curious about the way that the human mind worked and wanting to learn more about what that was about and what seemed to influence the ways that people think, feel or behave really. I think clinical psychology in particular seemed to pique my interest when I became more exposed to how mental health operates in the real world, particularly being exposed to people in my own personal life having difficulties with mental health problems. I think that being witness to that made me feel quite passionate to want to learn more about that and to understand ways in which we can help people manage their mental health. My journey onto the doctorate began as a support worker, and then I worked as something called a clinical information assistant, but ultimately I wanted to become an assistant psychologist to gain direct relevant experience under a clinical psychologist to understand what that role looked like and to see if that was something that I enjoyed working with him. So ultimately I worked as an assistant psychologist in I think around 4 different settings in total, and that was on purpose really to try and gain as much different experience as I could to illustrate on my application form that I had a wide variety and range of experience really. I was also fortunate enough to volunteer half a day a week as a research assistant and had the privilege of supporting a doctor to publish a piece of research too, which I think was really helpful to gain a place on the doctorate, given that it is both research and the therapeutic skills that the doctorate includes on the course. I think so my final role before I got onto the doctorate, was as a trainee CBT therapist, which really helped to enhance some of my knowledge of CBT and therapeutic models. And I think that I was drawn to Staffordshire University in particular because of their ethos seems to really emphasise the importance of considering the social context in which we operate within and how that can influence how people then feel, think and behave really. And I think that's really important and sits in line with my own values. The thing that I've enjoyed about the course in particular is the fact that their values do sit in line so much with my own around embracing diversity and really advocating for self-care amongst the trainees. The trainees who are studying alongside me as well, they feel like such a pivotal part of the course in terms of supporting each other, I think, through this difficult time at the moment where we don't see each other face to face as much as we would hoped to have done, but despite that it feels like such a supportive course to be a part of, having like-minded trainees surround me.